Hey everyone, welcome back to No DQ&A video after WrestleMania weekend. This is the first edition of No DQ&A video since all the WrestleMania events. I am very exhausted here. Just got back from San Jose literally a few minutes ago, and I'm right back here on camera doing a new video to give you more of my thoughts on WrestleMania. Got tons of questions here. First off, before I get started, I would like to thank everyone who I met up with during WrestleMania weekend. All you guys were awesome to meet and talk to, and I would especially like to thank everyone that showed up to the post-Hall of Fame dinner in San Jose. When I arrived at the sports bar we were at, there was practically nobody there, and there's tons of seats, and by the time the whole thing was over, pretty much the entire place was filled with people. We had something like 35, 40 people show up. It was incredible. I just wanted to say thank you to every person that showed up. You guys could have been other places at that time. There were so many other things to do, but you guys chose to come to the dinner, the NoDQ.com meetup. So thank you guys for that. And it was awesome meeting people during the WrestleMania tailgate party that we had. That was a lot of fun. And WrestleMania weekend was tremendous. You guys probably saw my review videos. Make sure you check them out if you haven't already. But I'm going to get into more detail here with your questions. Let's get started with the first one today from Kayfabe Candy S. Well, Aaron, let's get this out of the way. Where does WrestleMania 31 rank on the list? The 30s are off to a great start, and I'll remember the clever Rollins cash-in way more than I would have than the I can, I will bullshit. Memorable finish. Well, I think in order for me to make a proper ranking, I would have to watch WrestleMania 31 on television. Still haven't gotten the opportunity to do that yet. I'm way behind. I want to actually watch all the shows on TV and get that perspective. But being there live, it was a very exciting show from start to finish. I was never bored with it. I had a great time. And I think WrestleMania 31 was definitely a better show than WrestleMania 21, at least from a live perspective. I think WrestleMania 31 could go down as one of the top 5 greatest WrestleManias, one of the best WWE productions in history. WWE from a production standpoint did a tremendous job with WrestleMania. And the matches, there was no real match that will go down as an all-time classic, but you had several good to great matches throughout the entire show, and you had interesting storylines. You had a couple really cool finishes, and overall, it was one of the better WrestleManias in history, and that's without watching it on television. Maybe the commentary will bring it down for me a bit. I don't know. I'll have to make a decision sometime down the line, but certainly one of the better WrestleManias for sure. And I got this question here from BJ Nation. Hey, Aaron. I have to say that I really enjoyed this WrestleMania. First one I liked in years. My question to you is, what match do you think stole the show? I don't think it was a ladder match. If I had to choose, it would be Sting and Triple H. Well, it's hard to say because going back to earlier, there was no real one match that was so over the top that you would say it was one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. I know some people might disagree, but I might have to say the main event. The main event I felt really delivered. I think Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns had a really exciting match. Roman Reigns got the crap kicked out of him. You got Suplex City with all that. Brock Lesnar just beating the hell out of him, and he kept coming back, and then they did the finish. So to me, that really ended WrestleMania on a high note. I enjoyed Sting and Triple H. I enjoyed Rollins versus Orton. I enjoyed the ladder match. All of them were pretty equal for me. I thought all those matches were very good. And to me, there was no real one match that stood out. I just think that all the matches were WrestleMania quality, and that's the way it should be, where the entire card is up to the standards that you would expect from the WrestleMania name. All right, this next one comes from WCW Fan. I'm confused. Triple H says Sting is in WWE to get payback. Sting says he's there to take Triple H only down, not to fight for WCW. Yet the whole time, WWE is talking about WCW this and that. Then in the WrestleMania match, it's WCW versus WWE. What's with the contradictions? Well, I have to agree that it didn't make much sense. Sting came out, and as you said, he came out there and told everybody he's not fighting for WCW. He's fighting because he hates Triple H and he wants to take out Triple H. So With the WrestleMania match, I thought it was cool being there live to see the NWO come out, to see DX come out, to see Shawn Michaels come out. That was awesome. It was definitely bringing me back, and it felt like the Monday Night Wars all over again. But to me, it just showed that WWE wanted to make it clear to everyone that WCW is an inferior brand and was an inferior brand, and WCW was never better than WWE. WCW's one holdout, the one guy that never went to WWE, he finally came in and he could not beat the best that WWE had to offer. It felt to me like it was an ego-driven decision to have Triple H win, not just from Triple H himself, but from Vince and from WWE as a company. We have to make it clear to everyone that WCW is not at the level of WWE. I didn't like it. I felt Sting should have won. And yeah, the storyline did not make sense when you think about it. Sting coming out and saying he wasn't representing WCW. Why then did we have the NWO come out? And they were feuding with Sting too. The whole thing was kind of a mess, logic-wise. But I mean, I still enjoyed having the NWO and DX out there. I just wish that Sting had gone over in this match. But I guess it's a symbolic way of ending the Monday Night Wars. And why would Sting shake Triple H's hand after they were trying to kill each other with baseball bats and sledgehammers? I don't know. All right, this one comes from MMA Mike Zero. WWE shoves Roman Reigns down our throats. We don't want him as champ. He doesn't become champ. So why are fans now upset with Rollins cashing in? I've seen tons of people posting it was BS. Do you think fans even know what they want? I have not had a chance to read a lot of the feedback, but from what I've seen, everyone was thrilled with WrestleMania. And I can tell you this right now. When I was leaving the stadium, everybody seemed to be in a really good mood. There was positive vibes. Everyone seemed very satisfied with the ending to WrestleMania. So I don't know where you went online and saw these kind of comments. Maybe WWE Universe's website where it's your casual fans that like Roman Reigns. I don't know. But the vast majority of the people in that building were thrilled with the end of WrestleMania. It was a very positive atmosphere at the end of the show, and people felt like they got their money's worth. And that's why I think it was the right decision. And I'm sure the people at home, the vast majority of people, liked the ending. And I'm sure there's the casual fans and the Roman Reigns fans that did not like it. But to me, whatever. If it satisfies the majority, then it's a good business decision. And Seth Rollins is certainly worthy of being WWE champion. So can't really criticize it too much. All right, this one comes from WWE fan Dark Arrow. Hey Aaron, what was the most disappointing pay-per-view that you ever paid for? Mine was WrestleMania 25. Well, clearly you weren't ordering pay-per-views back in the 1990s because there were quite a few disappointing pay-per-views back in the day. To me, I think the most disappointing pay-per-view that I ever paid for was probably from WCW, Starrcade 1997, although I think my parents might have paid for that, my dad might have paid for that, somebody might have paid for that, but certainly by like 2000 I was paying for the pay-per-views. A lot of those 2000 pay-per-views from WCW, because I did buy a couple of them. I was really hoping WCW could turn things around, and I gave them chance after chance. And I remember New Blood Rising in particular. That pay-per-view, I ordered that, and that was really the last straw. I think that was the last WCW pay-per-view I purchased, because I was just so disgusted with the direction of the company and how they treated Lance Storm, and the whole angle they did with Goldberg refusing to follow the script, and just really lame stuff from start to finish. I would have to say New Blood Rising. But, there's a lot of pay-per-views that are so bad I try to forget about them and erase them from my mind. But there were quite a few over the years, definitely. But WCW is always an easy target, so there you go. All right, this one comes from Awesome's W69514. Greetings, Aaron. What did you think of the WWE Light Heavyweight division? Well, not as good as WCW's Cruiserweight division. It had the potential to be better, but ultimately never reached its full potential because of title holders like Gilbert. Well, it was hard when WCW actually had the majority of the cruiserweight talent, the best cruiserweight wrestlers, were in WCW. It was hard for WWE to get that division off the ground when all the good talent was in WCW. And by the time all those guys came to WWE, they already had the title on people like Gilbert, and the title was watered down. So WWE decided to just merge the light heavyweight title with the cruiserweight title, and it took off from there once WWE acquired all of those WCW cruiserweight talents. And it was just that, and during that period, WWE's roster was not that strong, and they just didn't have the talent to make the division credible enough. I think it was WWE trying to do something from WCW. That doesn't happen very often, where WWE tries to take a concept from another company rather than coming up with their own stuff, and this was the case with the light heavyweight division. Alright, that'll wrap it up for this edition of No DQ&A video. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video today. Make sure you check out my review videos from the weekend, Hall of Fame, WrestleMania, and Raw. I posted tons of pictures on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/NoDQ&AV, and there's the photo galleries. Got pictures from Hall of Fame, WrestleMania, and Raw. And I have more pictures on my personal Facebook at facebook.com/AaronRift. Got a lot more questions here regarding Hall of Fame, WrestleMania, and Raw. So I will be back tomorrow with another video, and I'll probably have a video every day for this entire week because there's just so much to talk about, so much to cover. So stay tuned to NoDQ.com and stay tuned to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next time.